Welcome to Big Brainer Podcast. My name is Dana Ohana, and if you're new to this, I'm going to speak here about brand building, social media, and other marketing topic, and on our journey as entrepreneurs. And actually, that's what I wanted to speak today. I was debating with myself on which topic should I speak about, on which topic should I give tips about. But then I realized that I really feel like sharing about the journey that I go through, and through that, kind of demonstrate and explain why it is so important to build a strong brand, to build a brand with solid foundations, strong foundations, something that can help you in hard times. So I'm actually, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Israeli, relocated to South Africa. And I found myself now coming to visit my family in Israel and to spend some time with them. But during that time, I realized that I need to pack an apartment and there is so much things to do. And I can barely find the time to work on my business. Like, life is so hectic at the moment that I'm really struggling to give my not even like the 120 or 200%, like barely even to give the 50%. And how many of you are resonating with me that you sometimes find yourself in certain times in life that you are so busy with so many other things in life that you are not really touching much your business, or like not touching as much as you wanted to? So I know I'm definitely feeling it right now. And it's frustrating me. And I'm like, I cannot wait to go back, to my place, to have my routine and everything. But what I realized again during this time is that when you work on building strong foundations and you building your community, you building your crowd, you providing them with a safe place, a place they feel comfortable. If you do that and you just maintain like small, even online presence, and you just being there and just doing like specific activities and you being very strategic, if you do that, you can still have your brand there and not lose potential clients, not lose opportunities, not lose followers. If you just actually working on maintaining what you already built. And the reason why I'm saying the word like build and not build is that that's the difference. In order for you to get to a place that you have like hectic times and you're not fully like into your business because of different reasons, because as we all know, life happens and no one asks us for like, okay, what's going to come up next, right? But if you have that, but you build those solid foundations and you have that community, a strong community that is there with you, that trusts you, that build relationships with you. If you've got that, all you will need to do in hard time is just to maintain those relationships, which is way easier and in a way kind of less effort, which not really, but let's say just for the like, because it's less effort versus bringing new followers, bringing new clients. And that's the difference. It takes time and effort and money and so much energies to bring new clients. To maintain them is way easier. It's not easy, but it's easier. And that's the difference. So when you work on your foundations, when you work on making sure that what's your business strategy? Is your audience. You know how to engage with them, when to engage with them, where to engage with them. And you have a clear message and clear brand identity, something that is memorable and standing out. When you have that, and you're already working through that to build those relationships and build a community. Because I always say, right, people buy from people. And people buy from people they have a connection with. If they have a connection, they're going to start building relationships. Once they build that relationship with you, they're going to be loyal to you, loyal to your brand, and your best brand ambassadors. And that's the thing. They're not going to be like, oh my God, I haven't seen this person like posting for a week or like for like the last, like, I don't know, like few days, they weren't thinking because they know you're there. They already built that relationship. So they will be more understanding if you're going to be less there. But again, when you're having hard times, you still need to maintain a certain type of an online presence. So even for me, like that, I'm being busy, like packing and trying to see family and friends and doing so many things on the same time, I still found time to make sure to meet certain clients. I still found time to make sure I'm recording this podcast every week, that I'm posting, and maybe not every day or maybe not 3 to 5 times a week, but even 2 times a week. But I'm still there. And I think that that's the main difference. And if you want to build a strong online brand, you want to make sure that you're building it right. And that's why it's very important to focus on the foundations. I do have 3 episodes about like your business foundation. So those are my first episodes for this like series. So I would recommend for you to go and listen to them as well. But this is the difference, because we all have like, obstacles during our life. There is a nice like a formula that I love to follow, which saying event plus reaction equal to the outcome. So events always going to happen in life. We cannot control them. The way we react to them will lead to the final outcome. So now I have certain events happening in my life. We all have them. That's part of being human beings. That's part of being on this planet. But when you have your own business, it's not like you work in corporates or like other companies and you say like, okay, so I'm going to take like a week off and then I'll focus on that, sort it out, and then I'll come back. You cannot do that, right? So you need to find a way to make sure that you are not losing everything you've built. And I know when I started my business, I remember it was pretty much just before COVID started. And then COVID happened, and then I couldn't come see my family. And then eventually when the skies were open, I booked the flight and I came to see my family. But then I was here, and because I was like seeing everyone, I barely touched my business, which hurt my business because it took me 2 months to get it back to where it was. But it's because my foundations back then were not solid enough. And now the difference is that my foundations is very solid and I have my community, that I don't see it damaging my business as it was like, how much was it? Like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago almost. And I think that that's the difference. And that's why I really recommend for you, make sure you have a business strategy. You know the direction of your business. You can see the bigger picture. You know your audience and you're really niching down. You're not trying to be everything to everyone. And you have a clear message that it suits and like so accurate to that specific audience. And you start building relationships. And through that, you start building community. Community around your brand, community for your audience, community for yourself. And you focus on that. And you use social media as one of the tools to do it. And when that is strong, when you're going to have moments like this in life, you'll be like, okay, I just need to maintain it. I just need to be there. I don't need to be like 100%, 500%. I can even give 50%. But because it's so strong, they're still going to be with me. And that's the difference. And that's why I felt like I really want to share today from my side, from my journey, how when my business foundation were not solid and strong, how it really hurt my business. Because I really remember I was like, oh, I finally like earning money that can cover my expenses. Like I was so excited, and then bang. Because on top of it, I remember coming back from Israel to South Africa. And not far after, I had another visit from my dad. And then there was like a type of like operation in Israel. So like a mini type of war. And like it really hurt my business. But today, I can survive everything because today I have my community. today I have solid foundations. I know exactly what's my message. I know exactly what's my business strategy. I know exactly who's my audience, and I'm engaging with them and communicating with them. So yes, so maybe not on a daily basis, but I'm there. And that's the most important part. Because even then, I'm still getting like phone calls and messages about working with me. So, and I think that that's what's like the main conclusion here. You know, work smart, don't work hard. Work on your foundation, and then the rest will follow. You probably, if you already listened to my podcast, you already heard me saying it. Building a brand, it's like building a building. You work on like planning everything and the structure. And then, of course, you move from there to the actual building, right? So you build a foundation, which this is the part that takes the most. But once that's there, it's solid, it's not moving. Then they can build up the rest of the floors. And it's just like, tick, 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 right? It's like so fast. That's the same as you do with your brand. That's how you build it. And that's how, if something happens, and it will happen, there is no way, like if you have kids, there's always like setbacks, obstacles, things that are happening, things are not going as we planned, right? That's life. But that will help you to overcome it, and not just to overcome it, and not just to not lose money, but even to maybe even earn more money through that and growing your business. So think about it and focus on your foundations. If you're not sure, if you want to get your foundations to be solid and strong, reach out to me. Search for Big Consulting. Reach out to me. I would love to help you. And just focus on that. Be yourself. Put it out there. And don't disappear. Be consistent. And consistency, by the way, doesn't mean that you need to be like 4 or 5 times a week there. Being consistent, it also means that you're being consistent with the type of content you create, but also with like being there, being present. So be there even once or twice a week, because you cannot do more. And when you can do more, but be there. Don't forget that.